What's up guys, it's Aiden, and today we're going to go through how Stormzy's Wiley flow was made on FL Studio. This beat was produced by EY and A. Skits, and for my Patreon supporters, I will be making the FLP and the stems available to you guys. And since we're in November, also known as Movember, or Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, all the Patreon proceeds will be going towards supporting men's mental health. Sorry I haven't posted anything in the last 2 weeks. I've been working on a few things. One of them is some Patreon exclusive content for Movember, such as this MIDI chord pack, which has a lot of famous chord progressions that have inspired me in my own music, and I think they will inspire you as well. And these have all been tempo synced, so if I click on a different song, you can see it switches to that tempo. So if you're looking for some sweet content and you want to support the channel and you want to donate to Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, feel free to support the channel on Patreon. By the way, remakes such as Swimming Pools and Butterfly Effect are in the works, and they will be released within the month. The song starts off with a sample from Illmind's Illy Wonka sample pack. The sample is called Sailor's Bay, and it sounds like this. Then we're adding that to our mixer, and we're taking up the high end using parametric EQ2, and then we're adding some fruity flanges. So it's going to sound like this. Then after 8 bars, we're adding in the second stem from the sample pack. So both of them together. Also playing with the sample is this bass sound from Nexus. This is what it sounds like. And you can find this preset inside of XP Dance Volume 1. It's the Prids sidechain bass. This is, as far as I can tell, the identical preset. For effects, we're adding parametric EQ2 and Ozone 9 Imager to fix up the stereo separation by taking down anything below around 300 Hz. This is the before and after. So all together. Then we have a quick 2-bar break before we introduce the first verse. So we have the first part of the sample playing. Then we have this really popular kick that you'll see all the time throughout trap music and drill music. It sounds like this. And you can see it's identical by comparing it to the waveforms of the original song. It matches perfectly. But if we look at the waveforms of the kick in the original song, you can see some clipping going on. And clipping is really easy to notice. You'll see this flat line at the top and the bottom of both sides of the waveform. So I've shown this a couple times. We are taking up the volume multiplier. Then we are sending that to our mixer. And we're adding Fruity Soft Clipper. So when I play the kick now, you can hear some clipping going on. Moving along, then we have what sounds like the identical snare. It's this combination of the 88 snare as well as this Metro Boomin clap. So they play together like this. For the snare, we're adding RC20 Retro Color, and we're taking down the tone a little bit. Then we're adding some Fruity Soft Clipper again, so it's going to sound like this all together. Playing with the kick, we have the overused 808, which sounds like this without any effects. Then right click on the sampler and choose cut itself, so that way the 808 cuts when a new 808 plays, and the 808 plays this really basic loop. Then we're adding that to our mixer, and we're putting on parametric EQ2 to cut out the high end. Then we're adding fruity reverb actually, and I'll explain why. This is an isolated point in the track, so there's nothing else going on here except for the 808, and you can see they've done it by looking at the waveforms of the original song. If the 808 was in mono, the waveform would practically be a single line. Then we're adding fruity limiter to sidechain the 808 to the kick. So that purple area there is where the kick is playing and the 808 is being cut out. And a good way to see if an 808 has been sidechained by a kick is to just look at the waveforms again. If they were both playing together, the waveform would have been distorted, but you can still very clearly see only the kick being played. So you can't see any interference from a different low-end instrument. Next up we have the hi-hat and some percs. So this is the hi-hat. We have an open hat, a perc, as well as this bell sound. So all together. Then after 4 bars, we're chopping up the sample as well as the hi-hat and the kick and the 808. Then we have this sort of interlude in the instrumental. Here we have both stems playing, as well as the Prid sidechain bass. In the original song, they probably just used some drum loop, but I couldn't find that, so I ended up making this using a bunch of different samples. And this will all be available in the FLP if you want to have a more in-depth look. So altogether, and that's basically it. There is one more loop at the end, which sounds like this. And all we've done here is automated a parametric EQ2 to get rid of the high end of the original sample in this section. That's basically it. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time.